Good morning. I thought today we might practice some sensual fluid movements through our yoga practice. I think as women, and maybe even men, we quite often hold back. We hold a lot of stiffness and things and emotions in our bodies when it's really important to be able to express and feel and move in ways that feel good. So I wanted to bring you this kind of practice because lately I have been enjoying doing these types of practices. Getting to know my body on a deeper level and how it moves has been really eye-opening for me and actually a real big confidence builder. So I'm hoping that through this kind of practice, you might get to know your body on a little bit of a deeper level, how it moves, how it feels, and feel free to explore. The beautiful thing about this kind of practice is that you can explore these movements a little bit more and how they make you feel. So let's begin, shall we? So we're going to begin today by being seated on our knees, and we're just going to gently close down our eyes and take a moment to tune in to our breath. Your hands will be rested on your legs, and from here we're just going to begin to start moving our hands up and down our thighs. Just noticing how it feels to be moving your legs on your thighs here. And then from here, we're going to take our knees as wide as the mat and bring our hands to our knees. And we're just going to begin by gently taking some small hip circles, moving the hips. You can keep your eyes closed here as you move those hips. One way, and then the other way. Just moving how your body wants to move today. And you might feel a little bit silly here as you begin, and that's okay. I used to feel silly too. But just acknowledge that feeling. Know that it's there, know that it's okay, and know that it's all right to start to move in a way that feels good. And now we're going to take those hip circles back the opposite way, but we're going to make them a little bigger. So bringing the chest forward and through the arms as you circle, and then as you round back, curving through that spine, almost coming to like cat-cow movements, but also moving through those hips. And then reversing that circle again, keeping these nice big movements here, fluid and flowing. Good. And then just coming to rest. Walking the knees in a little closer together, and we're going to come up, moving the hands along the mat into a tabletop position. So again, taking those cat-cows and maybe exploring in these cat-cows a little bit more. Feel free to move those hips in it, move your neck and your head. Moving in a way that feels good for you, getting into all crevices of the body. Good. And then coming back through that tabletop, and as we inhale, we're going to round through the spine, come forward, and then as we exhale, lifting the hips, sending the hips back towards the knees. Inhale, rounding through the spine, coming forward over the hands, dropping the hips towards the mat. And then exhale, lifting the hips, sending them back towards the heels. Just really expanding on this movement of the cat-cows. And then coming to rest in child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat again. Taking some gentle rocks as you bring the forehead down to the mat. And still rocking here. Forehead can move side to side on the mat. And then walking the hands back towards the knees, lifting up and bringing the knees together. Coming back forward into that tabletop position, tucking those toes, walking the hands forward about a handprint further, and then lifting the hips and sending the hips up towards the sky. So feet hips distance apart, beginning to walk your dog a little bit, bending one knee and the other, maybe moving the hips alongside with it. And then really bending into the knees, sending the hips up towards the sky, creating a really long spine before lowering the heels towards the mat. As you inhale, bending the knees, looking between the hands, and stepping forward, bringing the feet between the hands. Inhale, come to a half lift, creating a long spine. Exhale, folding over the legs, grounding down through the feet. Inhaling, coming up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Now taking the palms down beside you, palms face towards the front of the mat. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. And as you inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to drop that right hand down the right thigh and reaching the left arm over, creating a nice long stretch through that left side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, dropping the left hand, leaning towards the right. Leaning towards the left, with the right side of the body getting a stretch. Inhale up through center. Exhale, bending at the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, find that half lift. And exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Reach the left arm over. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Find that half lift. And then plant the hands and step back to plank. We're going to gently rock forward and back in this plank. And then when you're ready, finding some stillness, lifting up, out and away through the arms, heels towards the back of the mat, then lowering the knees and lowering down to the mat. Taking the hands to either side of the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to come onto our fingers and lift up through the chest. And as we exhale, folding forward, bringing the forehead towards the mat. Inhale, grounding down into the hands and the fingers, lifting up, opening through the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lower. 2 more like this. In your own time, moving with your breath. And then on this last one, we're going to hold. Hold it for a breath. And then exhale, lower down. Hands are coming back under the shoulders, lifting up through tabletop, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale, reaching that right leg up towards the sky and 3-legged down dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee steps, foot steps between the hands. Grounding down into that front knee, taking the left hand and planting it on the mat, opening up to the right side in a twist. Now we're going to move in this twist a little bit, gently rocking forward and back. Finding what feels good for you here. Bringing that right hand down to the mat, and then just taking some gentle hip circles here in this lunge. One way and then the other. Lowering that back knee, untucking the toes, and we're going to send the hips back, coming up to the heel of that right foot. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding forward. And again, you might find a gentle sway of the hips here. Coming forward on an inhale, tucking those back toes, coming back through your lunge, before dropping that left heel to the mat, taking the left foot parallel to the mat, and then cartwheeling the arms up through warrior two. Gaze is coming out over those front right fingers, dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Turn the palm face up as you inhale, and exhale, reaching the left hand down the left leg. Right arm comes overhead. Inhale and lift up through center. Exhale, right hand is going to wrap around the front of the body. Left arm comes overhead. Coming back through center on an inhale, and exhale, hands to the mat. Step that right foot back through plank pose. You can either lower the knees here or come through your chaturanga. So coming forward, lowering down halfway, pushing through for cobra, and exhaling back for down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. And exhale, stepping it forward. Coming on to those fingertips here. Gently moving forward and back. And grounding down through the right hand and opening up to the left side of the mat. Breathing here. Lowering that hand down, coming back through some hip circles. One way and then the other. Before lowering that right knee, sending the hips back, lifting the left toes. And again, you can take some hip circles here, or hip sways. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, fold. Moving from side to side, doing whatever feels good for you. If it feels good to stay in stillness, that's okay too. Rolling back forward, coming back through that lunge. Any little hip circles you want to take here before tucking the toes and lifting up. Dropping that right foot, making it parallel to the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to cartwheel the arms up for warrior two. Gaze out over those front left fingers. Turn the palm face up and exhale, dropping that right hand down the right leg. Coming back up through center, taking that left hand around the body, reaching the right arm over. Lifting up, cartwheeling the hands down, coming back through plank. Coming to your knees is always an option in plank. We're going to come forward, lower down halfway for chaturanga, and then lower down to the mat. Taking those hands off the mat, coming back through those cobras. So grounding down into the fingertips, lifting up, opening through the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Final round. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, lifting up through your tabletop, bringing the toes together, the knees as wide as the mat, sinking back to child's pose. And again,
taking some little rocks side to side. From here, we're going to come up through our tabletop again, bringing those knees under the hips. And we're going to walk our hands forward and sink our chest and forehead to the mat for puppy pose, keeping those hips over the knees. And rocking your head side to side. Coming back through center, walking the hands back, lifting up, tucking the toes, coming into plank position. Sending the hips up towards the sky for down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it between the hands. Lifting up for high lunge. Exhale, bend at the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dropping that back foot for warrior two. Turn the palm face up. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale through center. Exhale, wrap that arm around the front of the body, reaching the left arm overhead. Lifting up through center. Straightening through that front leg. We're going to turn that front foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Bringing the hands to the hips. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Clasping either elbow with your hands and then just taking a little sway side to side here. Bringing the hands back to the mat, inhaling, coming up halfway. Bringing the hands to the hips and exhaling, coming up to stand. Turning that front foot back towards the front of the mat. Coming back up on those back toes for your high lunge. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat and step back to plank. Either lowering the knees and coming down halfway or coming through your plank halfway down for chaturanga. Push through and up for cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Left leg lifts. Stepping it between the hands. Lifting up for high lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop that back heel, opening up for warrior two. Turn that front palm face up and exhale, reverse your warrior. Lifting up through center. Exhale, taking that left hand around the body, right hand overhead. And lifting up through center. Straightening through that front leg. Turning the foot towards the front of the mat. To the short side of the mat. Parallel to the short side of the mat. Hands to the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. Breathe in here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Now this time you might like to take your pointer finger and your thumb and wrap them around your big toe. And again, you might move a little side to side with the body. Unclasping the fingers, bring the hands back to center. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bringing the hands to the hips and exhale, coming up through center. Good. Taking that front foot, turning it back towards the front of the mat, lifting that back heel, coming through your high lunge. And then exhale, planting the hands down, stepping back through plank. Moving in your plank, rocking a little forward and back. Then lowering the knees and coming back to sit on the heels.
From here, we're going to take our hips to one side and bring our legs out in front of us. We're going to bend through our right leg, bringing it to the inside of the left thigh. And inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Fingers are coming wherever is comfortable for you here, so they could be alongside that left leg, they could be towards your ankle or around your foot, whatever feels good. And again, come back to those gentle movements. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, coming up to sit. Taking that right foot to the mat, and we're going to take our left hand elbow to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind us, and take a twist. Coming back through center on your inhale. Taking the right leg long, bending through the left knee, sole of the foot to the right thigh. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, and exhale, folding forward over that right leg. Coming back to those gentle little movements, side to side. And then lifting up, bringing the left foot to the mat, reaching the right hand overhead, and then exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and coming into a twist. And coming back through center, releasing the elbow, and then bringing the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose. And we're just going to start by gently allowing our butterfly wings to flap a little. And then when you're ready to find some stillness through the legs, then allow that to happen, and just gently rocking down, bringing the chest towards the feet, allowing the hips to help move you there, and then coming to rest over the feet. So just coming to wherever feels good for you. That may be up here, this may be down a little further, just whatever feels right in your body. And know that bodies are different on each day, so each day you might feel a little different. You might come to a spot that's a little different, and that's okay. On your next inhale, lifting up, taking your hands to either knee, bringing the knees in towards each other. And we're going to reach our arms forward and gently come down onto our backs. Beautiful. Bringing those feet under the knees. And we're going to take a wee bridge here, so grounding down into those feet, lifting the hips up. And just finding a little movement in this bridge today. Rocking the hips a little side to side, maybe up and down. Whatever feels good for you here. You might come onto those toes of the feet, lifting up a little higher. And then releasing down on an exhale. Bringing the knees into the chest, taking some gentle rocks side to side. Before bringing those knees in towards the underarms, sending the feet towards the sky and taking the hands to the outside of the feet for happy baby. Again, find that gentle rocking movement. And then when you're ready, find some stillness in this pose.
Releasing the hands from the feet, bringing the knees in towards the chest one last time, and then taking the feet to the mat, and then bringing the soles of the feet together back to that butterfly pose today for this Shavasana. If this doesn't feel good for you, then feel free to take your traditional Shavasana with your legs long, but this is a great alternative to Shavasana. And if you want it to be a little bit more relaxed, you can take a block or two underneath either knee, or some cushions or pillows, whatever feels good for you here. And then just allow yourself the space and time to let go of the breath, let go through the body, and just be present here. Now, if you've chosen to take the butterfly pose today, then you might take your hands to the outside of the legs and just help them coming back in together. Taking the legs long, a really long stretch of the arms overhead, pointing through the toes. And then bending the knees and rolling to the right side. Pausing here for a moment, for a breath or two. Just finding some space for gratitude for the day. And then when you're ready, coming up to sit. Taking those hands and running them back up and down the legs again. Noticing how you feel in your body now after some movement. And then bringing the hands up in front of the heart. Hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to our heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. If you liked this class, then you know what to do. Hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, or videos that are even a little bit different, some meditation, breath work, cooking, you know, whatever floats my boat at the time, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to hear notifications about when the videos drop, hit the notification bell. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Bye.